So with Gloria Swanson, the lover of Joe Kennedy, JFK's father, the two, Gloria and Joe Kennedy's, Saudry affair. It's not just that she had a son or adopted a son and he demanded that it be named after her middle name. That's not the only thing about that's. I mean, that son ended up growing up and going off to MIT and being involved in the their atomic research or atomic energy department, and then he died a strange death. But anybody that kind of gets this is something they like. This is some worshiping thing. Like that's why these families have these deaths happen. It's some sort of sacrifice. And the reason the Kennedys got a political dynasty here, that's the reason there was so many deaths in their family. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that's what it is. It's just never been exposed. But the Kennedys, they came here with, I believe, the intention not to keep America free, but to do the bidding for the crown. Because they were in Ireland, they were under a monarchy, and the Kennedys were all about themselves. Could they give some good speeches and make you think they were? Yeah, there's a ton of people that can do that. Look at Hollywood. But nothing that JFK did was about freedom. So when I see these posts, and I think they're just designed to make fools of people that think that JFK Jr. is still alive, and that it'll be Trump and him, that I would be horrified if that happened. I would. I'd be like, yeah, now I'm not so sure about any of this. But I don't believe that anyway. But I would be, because of the Kennedys. The Kennedys don't show in their history that they were standing up for the country, not based on the policies they put in. They're the reason that we ended up being in more bondage. And a lot of that goes even before JFK came into office, because Joe Kennedy was getting a hold of these industries already. He was an arm of the mob, and he was one of the 13 families. So he got a hold of Hollywood, and he shaped the films the way he felt he wanted America, what America deserved. So, and you look at some of the titles of those old films back in the 30s, and you're like, this is just weird stuff. And Sunset Boulevard, which is a fascinating film, it's all about the dark Hollywood. The dark side of it, which it's really just straight up psychopaths. It is, because they're all about themselves. Look at Kim Kardashian, the plastic people. They're plastic. Most of their body is plastic. Their brain is plastic. I mean, I don't even know what the fascination is people have with them. I guess but I mean, it's obvious. She's one that, along with your Beyonce, Jay-Z's, they totally sold out. And when I say sold out, you know what I mean. Like, they sold out. Like, they said, okay, I'm gonna do everything Jesus said not to do. I'm gonna do the opposite of it. They are the Kardashians, the Jay-Z's, and the Beyoncé's. These are perfect, and they're just to name a few. Your Kennedy family, they're a perfect example of why Jesus said, "Do not attach to this world," because that's what happens. It's constantly about power, money, control, having more jewels, having a bigger having this. I mean, look at the Kardashians. It's all about being plastic. Who wants to be plastic? But it's not just that. There's nothing there. Like, it's like, that's why I say, like, watching them have interactions with each other. It's all about their selfies, and it's all about, like all the crap Paris Hilton and all of them do. But see, this shouldn't be a surprise. Sunset Boulevard was about Norma Desmond. That's a famous character most people know of, even if you weren't alive then. She was that Mr. DeVille, I'm ready for my close-up. Like, you have to watch the movie, but she was so out of her mind. It was all about her and cameras. Like, the Kardashians and the Hiltons, all of them. Like, where they're constantly... Like, so these are perfect poster childs, many poster childs, of why Jesus said, do not attach to this world. And why the root of all evil is money. And it's not that money is bad. Money is not bad. It's what money does to you. And these people they're consumed with self, with money, with popularity. They put how much money they have, how big their house is, what car they have, what outfit they have on. They put that as what their status is in society. That's what Jesus was saying. Don't go down that road. That's heading down the bad. That's the dead end road. That's you're there with Satan, pretty much. Yeah. So again, proving the Bible. But Gloria Swanson and Joe Kennedy were both Nazi sympathizers too. So the movies they put out were more pro-Nazis, like during World War II. Or they were, I shouldn't say what was produced, because Joe got into Hollywood and he got control of it. So once he got in there, the mobs run it ever since. I know people say, oh, the Jews run it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a Jewish mob or if it's an Irish mob. No, it doesn't. They're all the mob. So what they do with each other, their turf wars, it doesn't matter. For us Americans who don't want all this government over us and all of these associations, unions, all this crap that's just stifled and suffocated everybody, it doesn't matter what mob at the end of the day, because all the mobs have had their hand in something along the way. It's not just the Jewish mobs. It's not just the Italian mobs. It's your global mob, and that's made up of all of them. Because at the end of the day, they worship this world. And the Kennedys were all about status. They were all about having, it was all about this world, put it that way. They wanted the presidency so that they could have their political dynasty. And they've had it long enough. They've had it long enough. Here's something else interesting. This movie, and this is what brought all this up about the Kennedys, why I started looking into them. But this movie they put out about this, that I know I've had some people that are disagree with what I say. This movie that, you know what, I don't want to say the name of it, but it's been talked about with that Robert Kennedy Jr. or RFK has been promoting, the one I said, you know, they're pulling linguine and stuff out of people. Stupid. They are allowing that on Facebook, okay? Think about it. They're allowing it on Facebook. So what does that say? Because Facebook did all this, oh, it's medical misinformation. But now they're allowing that. And the reason I'm on a 2-week strike from YouTube is because I said that movie is pushing propaganda. Yes. Because even though parts of it are true, like Bill Gates talking about depopulation, I mean, yeah, that's in the public domain. Everybody's seen that. But this stuff about what, you know, that I think that's being exaggerated. Yet Facebook is allowing that, and YouTube took me down for saying that. So they've totally violated their own policies. They have. Talk about having a lawsuit. Because a year ago, when I did believe some of those people about this, and I'm not saying I would take it, I wouldn't. I still won't. I don't think any of them are necessary. But they took me down for saying stuff about it then. But now when I say that, no, this is propaganda, they're exaggerating this to 100 times. YouTube took me down for that, and I appealed it on that basis, and they denied it. So it's like they're so caught in a trap there. Not that they care, but my point is that anything that YouTube and Facebook want out there in the public, what have they been pushing the whole time? A bunch of lies, right? Not the truth. I mean, they've been stifling free speech all along, but they have been pushing the opposite. So the very fact that they're now pushing that movie and letting it be played means some of it's a bunch of BS, and it's to distract you. As I said, they want to distract you with this so that you'll forget about what's being done to children. So that's what it's designed to do. Otherwise, why is that's the only reason Facebook and YouTube are allowing it, because all that stuff would have been not even allowed before, right? But now they're getting desperate, so they need to put a bunch of people in fear, and it's doing that. So I wouldn't trust anything that big tech puts out.